What's going on, guys? We got a 2011 Hyundai Santa Fe. We're going to do the rear brakes for you guys. First of all, you want to jack your vehicle up. You want to make sure you use a jack stand at all times. 21 millimeter to take off your tire. All right, guys, on the back, it'll be two 14 millimeter bolts. One right here at the bottom right here, and there's one at the top. You just have to get the bottom one off. Bottom one off, you can flip that up. Before you push your piston back or anything like that, make sure you loosen your brake cap. With the caliper out the way, you're gonna have two bolts right here. There's gonna be one right here, and the other one is right here, and they're both are 14 millimeters also. Let's go and get your caliper bracket out the way. Get this one off right here. Remove your brake caliper bracket. See your brake caliper bracket pads are still in there. Slide the pads out. Now you're gonna have this rotor right here because we're doing brake pads and rotors. You're gonna have two Phillips head bolts right here, and it's gonna be hard to kind of twist these out. So what you want to do is sometimes you can spray like a WD-40 or PB blaster right there, or you can kind of knock it with a hammer and be careful not to hit the studs. So you want to hit it around this way right here, real good. Hit it around. Then you want to hit around here the same way. And usually that's good enough to kind of get in there and take it off like that. Now you might have to do some more banging if your rotor don't come off. You're gonna have to hit it a couple more times. Okay, guys, after you get your rotor off, it'll be good to have like this wire brush. These wire brushes like 99 cents or a couple dollars. Just not even that at Harbor Freight. Wrap around that hub right there so it'll be easier to get that rotor back on. And also just to cause, no issues in the future with just noises and deals like that. You have your new rotor right here. Well, there's going to be a rubber grommet in that old rotor. They sit right there up on the side. Just get your little screwdriver, poke it out, and then just put it in this one right here. And you can go on with your new rotor. Make sure you line it up with a this Phillips head screw is gonna go. 1 second. Go ahead. Make sure it's back. Now we can put back in our bolts. We can tighten them down. All right, next, guys, you want some brake grease. Get some brake grease, just like $11 at like Advanced Auto. Get some brake grease, and then now you want to lube your hardware up. Now some will come with new hardware, and the ones that don't, again, this wire brush is good. Get your wire brush, kind of clean the hardware like so. Get all the dust and deals out like that. Then you want to do the other side the same way. Clean the hardware up real good, and then you can go in with your grease, and then grease all four sides, all four corners. Right here, right here, and then the two on the top. Make sure they all got grease. This is where our brake pads are going to be sitting at for like years. So put some grease right there. The thing you want to grease is your sliding pins. You have a sliding pin right here. Pull that out. You want to wipe it down. You get the towels over there. Get it off. Get some new grease on there. That thing greased up. This is at the bottom. Alright. We greased the corners, we greased our sliding pin. Now we can put our caliper back on. Remember the two 14mm bolts at the back. Caliper back in place. 14mm right here, and then the one at the top. Start it with your hand. Try to snug them up all the way down with your hand, and then you can go back and tighten it up. Go back and tighten both of them up. All right, guys, you want to press your piston back. This is your brake caliper right here. This piston right here needs to go back in this bore. So you want to use the old pad, because this piston is brittle. If you put some pliers on there, it can crack. So you want to use your old pad as a spacer. Put it right there. You want to get some big grip pliers, or whatever you use to push the piston back. These big grip pliers are pretty good. You want to get it in its jaws just like this, like a sandwich. And you can just push that, squeeze down on there and push that piston back. Of course, you want to get at a good angle. One second. Piston in it. I'm gonna put the brake in there. Squeeze it on down. As you squeeze down, that piston is going to go back in its bore. So that's why you take the brake cap off, to allow that fluid to rise. So now this piston is in its bore. You can go ahead and grease your brake pads up the same way we did the hardware. You want to get some at the top, get some at the bottom. Put your brake pads in there. They just simply sit on like so. Then you want to get some more. You can put some more right there. And then you want to do the same to the back. Put it at the top, put it at the bottom, put it in there, and then you can get a little more on there. So a little bit more brake lube on there on both sides. All right. Last but not least, you want to grease the last sliding pin. This is the sliding pin, still on this caliper right here. Wipe it off. Put some fresh grease on there. And you're good to go. Go ahead and put that guy back in there. And put on your 14mm bolt in the back. Tighten her down. Put back on your tire. All right, guys, put back on your brake cap. Then you want to go in there and press your brake pedal all the way down until it stiffens. Once it stiffens, you stop. You come back out. You open your brake cap to let out any other residual air, and then you can put it back on. You're good to go. Make sure you double check your tires. Make sure you double check your bolts before you put your tires on.